Hello everyone and welcome back to Bludgeon TV. I'm here again with another quarterfinals match, this one in Division A. This is going to be between TMG Red and Illusion Esports. These are two teams from Division A finishing in 3rd and 6th in the regular season respectively. If you look on your screen right over there, you can see the Division A standings coming out of the round robin regular season. TMG Red finishing in 3rd with 22 league points, just one behind Church of Bombitos in 2nd, and Illusion Esports finishing in 17, pretty close in between the teams on either side of them. Taking a look at the playoff brackets, just right up there, you can see that we've already had 2 quarterfinals already take place for Division A just last night. Team Cynics continued their undefeated streak, taking down Reality Esports 2-0. Edward Torres also took down 2+2 in a prior match. So that's going to be our semifinal match for that side of the bracket. It's going to be Team Cynics versus Edward Torres Sucks. Tonight we're going to find out whether it's going to be TMG Red or Illusion Esports who move on to the semifinal on this side of the bracket. And also tonight we will find out the other team there. Smithville will be casting the Church of Bombitos versus number 1 in Innovation match a little bit later on this evening. So just to catch you up with how we arrived on this map, we did a coin flip at the start of the match to determine which team would have map ban and map pick for game number 1. That turned out to be Illusion Esports. Illusion banned out Brax's holdout. TMG Red responded by banning Towers of Doom. And then Illusion chose to play this first map on Sky Temple. Interesting fact about that is the last time these two teams faced off against each other, they went 1-1 in their match. So both teams picked up a game. It was a close series in that sense, and I'm hoping for that again tonight. But the map that Illusion Esports won against TMG Red was on Sky Temple. So this is obviously a map Illusion is comfortable with. They know they can beat TMG Red on this map. They did it before. The question is, can they do it again tonight? Let's take a look at the picks and bans here. We've got Tassadar banned out and Garrosh banned out. And ETC first pick. I mean, these are just really all the meta picks we're seeing very often these days, and that continues with the Murden and Greymane as well. ETC, as he is on every map, he's a very flexible hero, but I think particularly on Sky Temple, the option for the stage dive is definitely something to consider given the size of the map here. Murden, this is a tank that has come into a lot of popularity over the last few weeks. We saw him picked or banned probably every game almost in the HGC finals. And despite a nerf to his stunning ability, his deep impact talent was changed so that it no longer stuns, it instead applies a 90% slow. So definitely that's a big change for Murden, but it doesn't seem to have affected his popularity in NGS too much so far. Greymane being picked up, that is a hero that, I mean, I shouldn't say any one particular player likes to use. I mean, Greymane is one of the most popular heroes in the game, along with Vala. These are kind of the two hyper carry champions that we see teams picking up a lot. In the chat, I see Verino saying, "Oh, no co-caster tonight." You know what? I was supposed to have a co-caster, or there was one suggested to me, but he did not get in touch. So it's just going to be me tonight. Hope that's cool. Who knows? Maybe we'll get somebody for game number 2, or maybe Albert will co-cast. Albert, you around, buddy? Oh, there's Albert. Albert, you going to co-cast with me tonight? Basically, Albert says no, he will not. He'll provide some commentary once in a while, but he's kind of shy. He only likes talking to me. Over on the left side of the draft, we can see that Rhaegar and Sonya have been picked up. So, again, pretty popular pick. Sonya, I imagine, is going to be put into a solo lane here. So, I'm expecting a 1-4 type composition, perhaps, to come out of TMG Red. Vala and Brightwing have been banned, so this is significant. Brightwing being banned, very strong hero in the current situation, especially because of, again, her global capabilities. So at the moment, TMG Red is the one with the global. in the ETC, the potential global, I should say. You never know. Mosh Pit could easily be the one that comes out. And just like that, Illusion Esports has matched with Falstad, someone who can fly across the map as well. And they've got Genji, so a couple of murderers over on Illusion Esports, Greymane and Genji, leaving the support pick for last over on Illusion. We saw the Uther and the Cassia come out for TMG Red. A lot of different hero picks. I'm just looking at the picks that these teams used in the last time that they faced off against each other. We did see... did we see any of these picks, actually? We did see ETC. Swanky did play the ETC in that match. Everything else, though, is pretty different so far. Over for Illusion Esports, it's going to be the Stukov as their support here. So Stukov really comes into play, especially when it comes to those big boss fights. The flailing swipe, the lurking arm silence zone control, especially can be very useful in the temple phases, able to just push people away or make it very difficult for them to show up. D. Rekka Hots in the chat says, I have it on good authority. Both of these teams hate each other's guts. Wow. Well, assuming that that good authority is correct, I mean, I don't like people hating each other. I think that we have enough hatred in this world as it is. But if it produces a good match, I'm all for it. Real Rad Dad is going to be counting the missed Stormbolts. Koror loves the TV setup. Yeah, well, you know, the thing with this TV setup is it does look cool, but I mean, I'm stuck in here. I've been stuck in here for a long time, and so the reason I'm broadcasting is I figure there's not much else I can do while I'm stuck in this crappy old TV. So that's just how that's going to go. Game number 1 is starting in TMG Red versus Illusion Esports. Over on the blue side, it is... Let me fix my hotkeys. Oh my goodness. Got to set up my observer hotkeys. Here we go. TMG Red is going to be on the blue side. We've got Fire Team on Uther, Azariel on Rhaegar, Time playing Cassia, Swanky on ETC, and Shade going to be swirling and twirling on that Sonya. Over on the right side, it's Illusion Esports. We've got Kozer playing Muradin, QWERTY flying around on Falstad, Unaverted on Genji, and who did I miss? We got Medieval up there on Greymane, and Defender on Stukov. Defender, I've seen Defender play Stukov quite a few times. This is one of his favorite heroes, I think, or at least one that's popular for them at the moment. I love that horsey with the pumpkins. That is cool. All right, Sonya alone in the bottom lane at the moment. ETC and Falstad hanging out mid, and a lot of people clumping up top. Unaverted grabbing that vision. And lurking arm silences a few people. Time getting jumped on, getting stunned. Healed up by the Uther, though. Time is probably going to be able to walk away from this. Azariel getting a little bit low. Medieval goes for a little swipe there, but he's getting low as well. Time getting that huge DPS down. Medieval down to just very low health and gets killed. First blood goes over to TMG Red, but I don't think it's going to be the only kill here. Well, I was wrong. It was the only kill, but that could have easily been a bit more of a bloodbath. We saw health bars getting low all over the place. Unaverted getting bashed around by this cow, but he's just going to dash through on the other side and get away there. All right, chat room, let me know what you think is going to happen in this game here. We're still early on. Do you think it's going to be TMG Red, or is it going to be Illusion Esports? Top Temple is active, currently in the control of TMG Red. Got the first few shots out of there. 3v3 little brawl here. Defender getting pretty low. Fire Team also low, but Cassia puts some DPS down, and Rhaegar picks up the kill onto Defender. Shade has spent a lot of time just kind of hanging out in these... Wow, that is a wicked Sonya skin and horse matchup. Sorry missing the kill onto Murden up there, but I was really admiring that Sonya skin. I'm going to go back to it for a second. Very sweet, very sweet. All right. Top Temple still in the control of TMG Red. Mid Temple just sitting there right now. No one has done anything, but Illusion Esports is going to come down and pick it up. A couple of shots going over their time. Just kind of checking out Real Rad Dad. Thanks for the follow, my friend. Good to see you. Swanky comes in. They're going to contest this Temple by the looks of things. 4-on-4 right now. Sonya and Falstad hanging at bottom. Of course, Falstad could show up at a moment's notice, but Illusion Esports still in control of the Temple, at least for now. Double power slide and face melt pushes Medieval into a lot of trouble, and Greymane gets killed. Kozer unaverted now, just having to run away. Yeah, nothing more gonna happen there at the moment. Falstad deciding he did not need to go up there, happy to just trade XP with Sonya down in that bottom lane. And with that, TMG Red takes control and grabs the last bunch of shots out of that Temple. We look at the XP here, and it's level 7 to level 6, just about a full level ahead. Oh my goodness, Murden died again. I keep missing these Murden kills. Uther is going for the stacking Silver Touch talent, so that's interesting. The Holy Light boosting talent reduces the mana cost later on. As well as the range, which can be definitely crucial when you're just trying to get a heal on that person who's just out of range. That's going to help a lot. In the chat, I've got 1 vote for Illusion Esports, 1 vote for TMG. So interesting to see that. Chat is currently split, or at least they were as of a couple of minutes ago, as the stream is on a delay here. So keep in mind, if I don't respond to your chat in a timely manner, that is the reason, or the other reason maybe is I'm just not paying attention. But it could be a combination of both. Why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? Pourquoi pas les deux? Wish me bush a All right. Few different languages there for the global audience that I'm sure I'm attracting here. We got 24 people in chat. Everybody, welcome to the stream. Super glad to have you here. I love doing this casting stuff, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Not a whole lot of action going on right now, but we did see Rhaegar doing his Rhaegar thing, picking up a camp there. QWERTY getting pretty low on that Falstad. I don't know if he can get out. Stukov got killed, meanwhile, down in the bottom lane. Velvet Sunder, thank you for the follow. And we're going to have a Temple coming up on the bottom here. So it's really nice, actually, that TMG Red is able to take out this little mana drinking well there. That's going to make it a bit tougher for Illusion Esports to kind of keep up with the skirmish down here if they decide to go for it. At the moment, they're not coming down here. They're just choosing to split across the map, get something done elsewhere, perhaps realizing that level 10 has been achieved by TMG Red, so it would be pretty difficult to really go for a huge team fight there. Still, the split up could cost them. Unaverted, being chased away by Time and Azariel. ETC using the stage dive to come in, flanking Unaverted, getting the face melt, and look at all that damage going in. Genji gets taken down. Level 11 to level 9, 7 kills to 0 right now, and the Temple is firing those laser beams. Fire team, though, having to run away, got to low health, but hey, he stuck around as long as he needed to.
Enough of my Temple's power. Return to your war.
Illusion Esports looking to get something done up here in the top lane. Meanwhile, TMG Red, all 5 members in the mid. They're going to take down this fort pretty quickly, I think, and the boss that they picked up is also on its way to that bottom keep. So things have really been in TMG Red's favor for this game. So even though they lost on Sky Temple to Illusion Esports the last time they faced off, they're looking to change that. Perhaps they learned from their mistakes here as the top fort goes down as well. So just like that, if we look at the map here, look at all the blue that's on the map, and then look at the red. Illusion Esports is down to just their keeps already at 7 minutes into the game. Now, the good news for them is they have hit level 10, so they'll be able to put up a bit more of a fight, and it looks like they might try to get one going right now. Shade goes in on Defender. Look at the damage being done. Oh my goodness. Cassia pulls him in with the spear, and Defender was pretty much defenseless there. Kozer manages to dwarf toss out of there. Falstad puts off the Mighty Gust, which kind of just stuns people for a little while as they got pushed into this cool statue. Is that a bird with its tongue out? What's going on there? Anyway, it worked. The team did get away, other than poor Defender, who got really wrecked there.
The light of the sun grows within the temple.
Siege Giants picked up for TMG Red on their enemy side of the map, so really robbing resources and pressure from Illusion Esports, keeping them busy dealing with this push while they can just grab the temple face. So Shade is going to sit on that bottom one, get the lasers firing already, and that keep is under a lot of pressure. The structure's going down pretty quickly. Falstad is close to that top lane, but he's going to try to just clear out the minions first by the looks of things. Unaverted grabbing that vision to try to sort of secure that area, although we can see that a lot of members are down bottom for TMG Red. Kozer getting pretty low. Power Slide does get the stun onto Defender, who uses the flailing swipe, but it's to no avail. Kozer now on the opposite side of things, having to bail out the back. Siege Giant's still alive. We got 3 on this lane right now. 4 members of TMG Red are going after this keep, and the laser beams are coming in from the fire side. That keep is not long for this world. Matt407 says, who got first blood? Well, Matt, if you look up at the scoreboard, you can see that there are no kills yet for Illusion Esports, so it was TMG Red. As for which player secured first blood, I think it was Cassia, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Falstad got wrecked there. So this top temple now going over to TMG Red, and this game is really falling apart at the seams for Illusion Esports. Bottom keep is gone. Top keep now under pressure from the lasers. Looks like Illusion is deciding to just go bottom lane, try to get a push on, maybe try to get some structures down. They are at an even talent tier, so in that sense, things could be a lot worse. But the pressure is really, really relentless here from TMG Red. Mercenary Camp, all 5 members, all of these blue health bars up here. Decent DPS put out there. We saw Cocktail do a pretty good amount of damage. Cassia, though, gets the pin, and that is led straight into a kill on Greymane. Major DPS target gone. Genji gone as well. No DPS left for Illusion Esports, and the murder continues. Cassia going after Cordy. Can Time get the kill? Decides to back away and let Falstad out of there. I'm not sure why that happened, but still, it's 2 kills in favor of TMG Red. It's a 5v3 on the map, and they keep pushing. ETC stage diving in the back line. Finally, a kill goes down. They managed to kill Rhaegar there. Perhaps somewhat of an overconfident play from TMG Red. A little bit sloppy as they were just kind of ram-rolling through Illusion Esports. All right, now they did hold on to that keep, which is very crucial. Still only 1 keep dead. It looks like Illusion Esports is trying to get something done with this current advantage they have, the 5v4 on the map. Rhaegar will be back up in just a few seconds, but this has relieved the pressure, at least for the moment. Temples are coming up, but by the time they're active, Rhaegar will be back in the action. It looks like Illusion is now moving down towards this boss. But they're not going to go for it. They're just going to grab the Siege Giants on their side of the map, which I think was the right decision. At least get that out of the way, relieve a bit of pressure in the bottom lane, prevent TMG Red from stealing it. Unaverted, heading towards this upper mid temple. Fire team, meanwhile, sitting on the bottom one. So the lasers are shooting in to that mid keep right now, or at least into the defensive structures. That tower is gone. Illusion Esports does control the center tower, so they're getting some damage onto that bottom fort, but the trade here is definitely in the favor of TMG Red, as, you know, a fort for a keep is a pretty clear win for the blue team here.
Red team is crushed.
But it looks like Illusion Esports is just kind of content to stick with that trade for the moment. They do have Siege Giants, though, pushing in, and those will be on the core pretty soon. Now, that mid keep is still alive, and it looks like it's not going to be taken down by the lasers, but it's pretty close. It's not going to take a whole lot for TMG Red to knock that down. Now, you know, again, looking for good news for Illusion Esports here. They have reduced TMG Red back down to their keeps as well, so if they can get some kind of sweet team fight, they'll have a chance. Swanky stage diving in, and Defender immediately activating the flailing swipe to just make sure nothing came of that engage. So cooldown for cooldown, pretty even as far as length goes. Kozer now going for things. They're looking for a counter engage. Qwerty goes for the flight, but not able to get on the other side of the team. Fire team, though, getting low. Genji looks like he activated the Dragon Blade. Very low health on Fire team in the back, but not able to finish that. And the Mighty Gust is used for a disengage. So Illusion Esports tried to make something happen there. We're not quite able to do it, but they're not giving up yet. Avatar has been activated, but Murden going down very, very quickly gets healed up. Fire team very low. ETC gets killed unaverted on the other side. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? Dragon Blade is active. Qwerty getting low. Defender very low. Sonya whirlwinding people to their dooms. Uther gets killed. Murden gets killed. Oh my goodness, Medieval goes down next, and it's a 4-for-2 in favor of TMG Red. This might just be the end, folks. Shade, Time, and Azariel going in for the core right now. Not even waiting for any help from minions. Unaverted here, going to try to pressure them off. Cassia activates that ultimate, but it does not connect. Unaverted gets a kill here, and I don't know if Shade and Time can actually pull this off here. We will see. Minions have spawned. Unaverted going for the kill onto Shade. Gets it, and Time is going to be next. TMG Red perhaps miscalculating here, but ETC stage dives right in, but just like that, Defender and Kozer are here. Can they get a catch here? Defender misses the pustule, not able to connect for the slow. But there's the flight. Mighty Gust pushing Time and Swanky back into the teammates. The red health bars are there. Time taking some time to go down, but they do get the kill. ETC now being chased. Face Melt pushes people away, and it looks like ETC will actually be able to escape. While this is happening, Fire Team went up top to grab a couple of laser shots from that top temple, but right now, take a look at the health bars, or rather the heroes on the map. It's 4v2 on the map. Rhaegar spawning right now, and Illusion Esports is grabbing a boss.
The red team's core is being
Okay, so this is very, very key here. Illusion Esports managing to hold on by their teeth. TMG Red getting a little bit too bold, trying to core with just 3 members alive and no help from minions or mercenaries. Illusion Esports now pushing in, finally on the offense. Can they make it 2-0 on Sky Temple versus TMG Red? We will see. This is a relatively late game boss. Neither team has hit level 20 yet, but that's going to happen pretty soon for TMG Red. But this extra XP from the structures is going to be a big help for Illusion Esports. All 5 members together now on both sides. 5v5 plus boss. But look at that separation. Unaverted having to bail. Kozer activating the Avatar. A lot of health here, but right now they just seem to be letting the boss kind of do its thing as Illusion Esports decides to back away. And they've got to be careful because there's a huge wave coming in for this keep. I don't think Illusion is going to get here in time. Qwerty is around. Good luck with this, my friend. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. And that's a keep down. Illusion getting a few shots out of that temple, but they cannot stick around here as TMG Red has shown up. And if they let TMG Red get these shots, they're going to be down to 0 keeps in a matter of seconds.
blue team
And kaboom! No keeps left alive for Illusion Esports. Level 20 has been achieved by TMG Red. It's going to be picked up pretty soon by Illusion, but they haven't gotten there yet. This leaves a very small window for a pretty big advantage in the next team fight in favor of TMG Red. They pick up the mercenaries, they walk away. This is going to really pin Illusion on the inside of their base here. They can't really afford to leave. Oh my goodness, look at that keep. Unaverted showing up just to get the last hit on there. Well done by him. ETC stage diving to try to catch Unaverted. Azariel now flanking from the other side. I think this is going to be very difficult for Genji to get away from, but it is Genji. We'll see what he can do. Hopping over there, swiping back, QWERTY getting the Mighty Gust to protect his teammate, giving him a chance to mount up. Pretty nice coordination there, and I would say well worth it for getting that keep. That's going to help the pressure in the bottom lane, but still, it's tons and tons of pressure here, pushing in against Illusion Esports. They clear out the mercs. Their core is at 60%. The shield has regenerated, however. And look at this. TMG Red hanging out in the bushes, just waiting. They know if they can just get a couple of picks, they can finish this game immediately. Will anyone walk out where they shouldn't be? Unaverted getting a little bit close. And TMG Red decides to back away. Good job by Illusion Esports there, not walking in where they shouldn't have been. Temples are active now, and this is a point where Illusion Esports really cannot afford to allow these temples to go over to TMG Red. Their core is just too vulnerable right now. That vision is going to help them. That's going to show them where TMG Red is. Kozer going right in onto Swanky, putting some decent damage onto him to start things off. Getting stuck in the silence field as well. Cassia activates. Medieval gets pulled in and insta-killed. That's Greymane down. Swanky gets healed up by the Ancestral Healing. Swipe has been used by Defender a couple times here, but that's two already dead on the side of Illusion. TMG Red, I think, has this game pretty much in the bag right now. They can afford to just sit on this temple, but they're not going to. Looks like Azariel perhaps getting a little bit... he got threatened, but the Divine Shield saves him, and Falstad goes down next. Kozer now about to be the next to fall. M-Jetter 432. Good timing on that follow, just as my voice is getting into hype mode. And look at the core getting zapped down to 0%. Game 1 goes over to TMG Red. So there you have it. That is game number 1 going over to TMG Red. This is a best of 3, of course. And I'll remind everyone, the last time these two teams faced off against each other, they did go 1-1. The difference between 3rd and 6th in this case is not that large if you look at the stats. So quite possible for Illusion to come back in game number 2. We'll have to wait and see. Since Illusion lost that game, they will have the choice of map pick or first hero pick in game number 2. So while I go down there and find out what exactly Illusion wants to do, we'll put the stream into break mode, and we'll be right back after that. Don't go anywhere.
infernal shrines.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name's Albert, and Lodgen told me you guys wanted me to cast the game, so fine. You motherfuckers want me to cast the game? I'll cast the fuck.
Hey, Albert, what the fuck, dude? I mean, oh, Jesus. I told you, this guy, he's got a foul mouth, and this is why I usually just let him only talk to me, and then I kind of paraphrase what he says. But he's, yeah, I know, Albert. Look, I gave you a chance, okay, buddy? I gave him a chance. He's pissed, but what are you going to do? I mean, it's a family stream. It's a family stream. I can't have that kind of language on here. Albert, you asked for it. All right, Albert, maybe we'll talk to you again later. But here we are back for game number 2. TMG Red versus Illusion Esports. This is playoffs. This is quarterfinals. Winner of this team will face off against the winner of Church of Bonbitos versus number 1 in Innovation. Other side of the bracket has already been determined. It's going to be Cynics versus Edward Torres Sucks. Winner of that match will move on to the finals. Illusion Esports did lose the first game, which gave them the option of choosing... Are you sure, buddy? All right, Albert... Are you... I'll give you another chance. You promise to be good? All right. Go for it, Albert. I'll get out of the way.
Yeah, right. So, Illusion Esports, they lost the first game, and that gives them the chance to choose if they wanted to have a hero pick or map pick for game number 2. And those motherfuckers chose to...
Jesus, Albert. Anyway, what he's trying to say is Illusion Esports chose to have hero pick in this game. So they let TMG Red choose the map. All right, so TMG Red has chosen Infernal Shrines, as you can see here on your screen. And what's interesting about that is these are the same 2 maps that we saw these teams choose the last time they played. I don't have the data as to which team chose which map last time, but I do have the data as to who won those games. So the last time they played, Illusion Esports won on Sky Temple, and TMG Red won on Infernal Shrines. So far in this match, Illusion Esports has lost on Sky Temple, so if the pattern holds true, then I guess that means TMG Red will lose here on Infernal Shrines. But we'll see how that goes. So, bans coming out. No more Greymane. All right, Illusion Esports, they used the Greymane last game. They're not going to be able to use it this game. TMG Red banning it out against them.
I will fight to my last.
Sonya being banned out as well. TMG Red not allowing, not going to be able to use that Sonya again, which they used pretty nicely in that last game. We've got Rhaegar once again for TMG Red. So that pick is going to be consistent in this game. But Tassadar coming out this time. Tassadar was banned in game number 1. And chat, you guys seem to like Albert. Now, I've already given him his second chance. You don't know that because of this 2-minute delay. I don't know. I don't know about Albert. Maybe we'll let him call something in the game. We'll see if he can hold it together. ETC, this time being picked up by Illusion Esports. So ETC is a very hotly contested pick, and it's been that way for a long time. We saw that the stage dive came in pretty handy last time for TMG Red, although the mosh pit probably could have worked as well. The chat seems pretty excited about Albert. I've got D-Rec Hot saying Albert only. So my friend Albert becoming more popular than I am, it seems, for now. Mockery1713. Thank you for the follow. And I'm not sure if that follow was just because of Albert. But I'll tell you what, I'll bring Albert back. I'll bring him back. Here's if we go to game 3, Albert has to cast game 3 the whole game. Let me think about that one. That's an interesting idea. I don't know if Albert could cast a whole game, even if I could get his language under control. Vala Oriole being picked up. Okay, so that's a pretty interesting thing. We haven't seen Oriole yet. in this match. Oriole and Vala is definitely something that Illusion Esports likes to run. In fact, they ran that in the last series they played against TMG Red. Their composition in that game was Nubarak, Tassadar, Oriole, Alarak, and Vala. Now, they are obviously not going to get the Tassadar here, and they have the ETC already, so I doubt they're going to go for the Nubarak. I'm hearing calls that a Cho'Gall is imminent. We'll see about that. Brightwing is banned for TMG Red again, so that's a hero that TMG Red obviously does not want Illusion Esports to get their hands on. It's a pick that they respect. It's something that TMG Red also uses themselves from time to time. Tracer banned out, and look at that. Instantly, Cassia gets locked in again. So the Cassia, we saw the Cassia really used well last game. Often we see Cassia go with the lightning bouncing talent, but then whatever the name of that spear that just hooks people right in, that was used to devastating effect last game. They got so many great picks to start out team fights, and it really worked well for them. So they're going to stick with it and hope to get another win that way. Diablo now coming in as the first warrior pick for TMG Red. That's interesting for sure. Diablo obviously is well suited for nooks and crannies, banging into walls, ramming people against things. Oh, Automod is asking me if I want to allow something in the chat here. D-Rec Hots says, Albert ain't no... Well, you can read the chat if you want to see what that says. I'm going to allow it. Here you go, buddy. Boom. So we've got a lot of Albert fans, particularly D-Rec Hots is loving Albert. So you know what? If we go to a game 3, how about this? If we go to a game 3, I will at least let Albert cast a bunch of the game by himself if he can. And just because people seem to be loving it, you know what? I'm going to have a little talk with Albert. If I can get him to control himself, to adjust his language a little bit, I'll see if he wants to co-cast with me for this game right now. So we don't even have to wait for a game 3 to see how Albert does. We'll give him a chance. And look at that, the Alarak being picked up by TMG Red, and Ana and Malthael over to Illusion Esports. So very interesting team compositions here. We've got double support for Illusion Esports, single support for TMG Red. Ana, Oriole combined. They're going to be boosting Vala up pretty nicely. Malthael as well is going to be a focus there. So this is pretty interesting, especially the Alarak pick. Like I said, Alarak was used by Illusion Esports against TMG Red in the game that they won on Sky Temple last time they faced off. So this time TMG Red picking up that Alarak for themselves. Perhaps, I don't know if they were worried about it, but maybe they just saw how interesting it was used. I don't know. We'll see. Game number 2 coming up here.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
So that's the wrong screen. Okay, here we go. Over on the left side in the blue, it is TMG Red. We've got Shade playing Alarak, Time on Cassia, Swanky on Diablo, Azariel playing Tassadar, and Fireteam on Rhaegar. All right, Albert, you wanna do this?
Yeah, so over on Illusion Esports, we got Querty playing Malthael, Unaverted, going to be playing Anna. What's happening? Okay, Koza, ETC. We've got Medieval, going to be playing Vala, and Defender on Oriole.
All right, good work there, buddy. So in the mid lane, we've got people coming together. All 5 members of TMG Red hanging out in this bush. Unaverted and QWERTY just kind of sitting here looking at things. Down in the bottom lane, we've got the other 3 members. Defender spamming some fists, some thumbs up fists. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, up in the top we got Malthael, QWERTY riding on. Oh, he's got a rainbow cloud. That's pretty cool. You know, in my troll world, we all ride around on rainbow clouds. And So perhaps he's visited our world and stolen that from us. I don't know, that motherfucker better. Hey,
Hey, what do we talk about?
yeah, sorry about that, mate.
Yeah, sorry about that, mate. All right, unaverted, getting a little shot in with Ana there. Kozer getting a nice power slide onto Time, getting bounced back, but look at that Time going aggressive, deciding that if he was going to go down, he was going to go down swinging, but still he gets killed. The turret picking up first blood. Very interested in how this Alarak versus Malthael top lane is going to pan out in this game. No temples have activated just yet. Oh, the chat. I love the chat. Gotta love the chat. All right. Temple, shrine, beacon, altar. It's a shrine. Shrine is activating up top. And we'll see if anyone decides to actually do something about it. But down in the bottom lane, a lot of people are getting beat up by each other. Swanky getting pretty low. No big deal. Kozer just hanging out in the bushes here. Waiting to see if he can do anything, but just walks away. Albert, any thoughts right now?
Yeah, this game's fucking boring, mate. Where are the kills?
I don't know, man. So far, no kills, but, I mean, we got the one. What do you want? Kozer gets a nice power slide onto Fireteam, but Fireteam gets the Tassadar shield, walks cleanly out of there. Not too scared there. It's the top shrine is still sitting there. No one going for it just yet. Malthael, though, gets blinded, getting surrounded, managed to blink on the other side, but nice slam from Swanky, banging him into that wall. Malthael goes down. Swanky then gets a push onto Unaverted, or rather a flip, followed by the telekinesis. Shade getting low, though. A lot of damage. Medieval tries to get it, but Swanky, really nice peel, slamming that Vala into the wall, and it's going to be Time that gets killed. Cassia dead for the second time in this game. 1 versus 2 as far as the kills go, and this shrine is just sitting here. Looks like Medieval is about to go active on it. D-Rec Hots, thanks for the follow, buddy. I know it's for Albert, but I'll take it anyway.
Yeah, damn right, it's for me. Nobody gives a shit about you, motherfucker.
Hey! Oh my god. I hope you guys are cool with this language, because I don't think you love the Albert, but I can't. I've tried to get him, tried to get him taken care of, but he won't do anything about it. So, if you want the Albert, you're gonna have to put up with the language. So, viewer discretion is advised. But there's not going to be any nudity, I'll tell you that right now. 13 Skeleton Man kills to 5. Albert, do they have those Skeleton Man guys where you come from?
Yeah, not really, mate. We got skeletons, but only after we kill people and, throw them into our sad clouds.
Okay. I don't really understand what that means, but anyway, it's a team fight happening. Time going pretty deep there, getting low. Kozer, though, in a lot of trouble on ETC. Healed up a little bit, gets the armor and the power slide out to safety. I think he's actually going to get out of here. Nice job by Illusion Esports there, keeping everybody alive. Skeleton Man kills pretty even. Kozer in the middle of the enemy team here. Manages to dodge the Alarak zap. Ana gets a grenade onto 2 members. Swanky getting low. Gets to flip Kozer into the turrets, but Kozer walks away with the help of Oriel and Unaverted. The double support here coming into play pretty nicely here. Qwerty comes around from the flank. Tassadar activates the phase shift and walks away. Nice hit from Alarak. Gets a couple people, but Oriel heals them back up to full very quickly now. Swanky getting very low, unable to be healed very well, and they do get the kill. Diablo falls, but Malthael falls as well. It's a 1-for-1, 4v4 up here in the top lane. $28-30 right now in the Skeletons. They're very, very even. So this could still go anyway. Oriel gets a nice little whip, but the power slide onto Time gets puts that Cassie in a lot of trouble. The Tassadar shield coming out just in time for Rhaegar to get the heal off there. Qwerty rejoining the fight now. Swanky also coming back 5v5 once again in this phase, and it's going to go over to TMG Red. They're going to grab that Punisher. It was a close fight, but they managed to pull it off. Kozer now getting into a lot of trouble. Diablo flipped him back into the team, landed right into the Punisher's mortars, and that is one cooked steak. Black Bandits has beat Albert's ass into submission. Oh my goodness, the violence being extolled here by chat. It's a little disturbing. But Albert, you hear that? They want me to beat your ass. Look, first of all, I don't... Yeah, you think you could beat my ass? You tried it, mother. You tried it, mate. You give me a try, you try to beat my ass, I'll beat your ass. Your ass will be all over town. Come back and they're gonna look at your stupid little TV. You're gonna be ass plastered all over the screen, mate. Okay. Look, I'm not gonna do it, Albert. I would never hurt you. You're a dear friend. We've been together for years. I made you that costume when I was like 7 years old, Albert. I would never hurt you. Yeah. Oh no, I love you, mate. Yeah, I love you too, buddy. Oh, nice sleep dart into the power slide. Fireteam gets low, but manages to get out on the other side of that team fight. This time, Cassia has gone for that bouncing lightning ball. Bounced a few times, but no lasting damage. You can see that the health bars, you know, they get back up pretty quick for the red team with the double support. It takes a little bit longer. I mean, obviously, TMG Red also has double support, but they only have the one healer. TMG Red now stealing these poor little goatmen here. Ah, those goatmen, they can go for a root, mate. They're no good. Goatmen in my lands, they eat all our crops. They steal all our women. They steal your women? Well, you know, not really, but that's what they say. What does that even mean, buddy? Sometimes, I gotta say, Albert, sometimes what you say doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This world you describe, what does that even mean? Sometimes the goatmen steal your women? But they don't? It's just what people say? I mean, what does that mean? Yeah, well, you know, mate, like, some of my mates, they you know, the ladies don't really like them, so they just say, well, hey, I had a wife, I had a lady, but the goatmen took her. And then they can say, like, you know, they had a lady, you know. Okay. I guess, Albert, if that's how it works. All right, level 10 has been picked up by both teams. Let's just have a look here. We got Force Wall, we got Deadly Charge, Ancestral Healing, Ball Lightning, and Apocalypse. Albert, you want to tell us what they got over on Illusion Esports? Yeah, I guess so. You got Rain of Vengeance, Stage Dive, Tormented Souls, Nano Boost, and Crystal Aegis over there for Oriel. Yeah, okay. So it'll be interesting to see how that Nano Boost works out. We'll try to keep an eye on that. Skeleton Men already being picked up here by TMG Red. It's 17 Skeleton Man kills already to 0 at the moment for Illusion Esports. So TMG Red well on their way to a second Punisher. Oh boy, look at that wreckage happening. But the counter wreckage, Qwerty going deep with Tormented Souls, a lot of low health bars. Can they get at them though? Swanky doing a pretty good job zoning for his team. Fire Team getting, look at the stage dive, landing right onto people. Fire Team gets wrecked. Swanky about to go down next, and Illusion Esports is rocketing back into this game. Amazing counter engage there. The health bars just dropped so quickly, and Illusion Esports now has a chance to catch up on the Skeleton Men. But it's just a chance here. Kozer is getting a little deep, getting some decent damage put in. Swanky puts him on the wrong side of things, and then body blocks. Sleep Dart slows things down, giving him a chance to get out of there. But it's still 35 Skeleton Man kills to 25, so Illusion is going to have to step this up if they want to come out on top. They've just caught up now. Qwerty coming back. Rhaegar is back. Everybody is back here, and it's going to be Illusion Esports picking up Punisher number 2.
You know, I could use a bit of punishment myself, you know what I mean, there, mate?
If you're, Albert, if you're talking about, like, some kind of, like, sexual kink, I do know what you're talking about. You live together, okay?
Yeah, you know. Look, when I'm having a good time, I'm not worried about who's hitting me. You know what I mean? I let it loose. I let it loose, mate. You can't just hold it in. You gotta let it out. You gotta let it out.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's the reason I don't get a lot of sleep, Albert. All right. What's going on? What is going on? This Albert guy, he's a distraction, but you asked for it. So, Siege Camp picked up by Illusion Esports. A lot of people crowding around here. I think it might be time for a team fight. Looks like no. Kozer going to walk away. So the Punisher didn't really get a whole lot done. TMG Red did a pretty good job of handling it. Still, what it does is it gives an XP lead over to Illusion Esports, level 14 to level 13 right now. Illusion Esports definitely wanting to pick this game up so that we can go to a game number 3. It hasn't happened yet, but they're in a decent position to do so. If they can repeat the way that last team fight went around that shrine, they'll be in good shape, but we'll see if TMG Red is prepared for that next time. Accordion Unaverted going up top to pick up the northeast Goatman camp. Cordy being chased a little bit here, but Sleep Dart goes down onto Rhaegar, followed up by the Power Slide and Face Melt. Still, Cordy goes in. Tormented Souls is activated, but Diablo pushes him out of the way. Fire Team able to escape out the back. Swanky, though, getting very low, and the Ancestral Healing prevented by Ana. Extremely clutch there, not allowing that huge heal to go off, and they do pick up the kill, followed by a second one onto time. Diablo gone. Cassia gone. 5v3 on the map right now for Illusion Esports as they are continuing to show that they are not out of this series just yet. Now they're heading over to grab the Goatmen over on the northwest side of the map, painting the map red right now, not only with the blood of their enemies, but also with the iconography of the mercenary camps. Also, really nice timing here as the shrine is active up in the top lane. Shade and Fire Team deciding to just split, get some return damage onto the structures in the bottom lane. Nice job there.
Blue team has destroyed a fort. Red team has destroyed a fort.
Yeah, each team grabbing a fort there. And looks like now Medieval and QWERTY gonna just kill up with these poor little skeleton guys up the top. You know what? Like I said, I don't really care too much for these skeletons. We've got skeletons where I come from, but we don't really pay them too much mind. They often just hang out on the streets, you know, call us wankers and, you know, ask for cigarettes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and by the way, thank you for saying cigarettes instead of the word you usually use. That really is a word I do not want on this stream. Appreciate that, Albert, for containing yourself, at least as far as that goes. 4v5 in the top lane right now. I guess it's 5, but QWERTY is really split off. Looks like he's just kind of hiding in that steam vent there. 18 Skeleton Man kills to 10 at the moment. QWERTY decides to go in for Fire Team, but we can see now that, Apocalypse has been activated. QWERTY just manages to get in the center of it, not touched. Stasis has to go down to protect Defender, but Swanky picks up a kill. Oriole is down, Vala is down. Looks like they might get some return kills, though. Diablo gets picked off as well, so it's a 1-for-2 exchange. Illusion Esports going back up to try to pick off more Skeleton Men, but 4 members of TMG Red say, are you sure you want to try that right now? Silence and a blind. Unstoppable, though, activated. ETC falls, Malthael falls, Unaverted about to go down as well.
What in the world was Illusion doing there? You know, mate? They got stuck. They should have walked away. It was the 2-for-1. They were outnumbered. What were they doing?
Yeah, I mean, they thought they could, you know, hang out, get a couple of skeleton kills. It didn't work out. Didn't work out, but it's all right. Matt47 said it was Malthael that reduced the healing. Okay. Hulk Boo. Is it just me or is this blurry? Well, it's going to be a little bit blurry. I don't have the best computer on Earth, so I can't stream in 1080p. It's going to be in 720. I hope that's all you're talking about. Otherwise, it shouldn't be too much worse than that. All right, TMG Red coming down now with a Punisher, and they're looking to pick up the first keep of this game. They're looking to close out this series in a clean 2-0. Can they do it? Stun lands. Unstoppable has to be used to protect Malthea, who goes in with the Tormented Souls. Apocalypse has been activated. Most members, though, managing to avoid it. Diablo stuck and going to be picked off. That's one down already. Other members very low. Rain of Vengeance lands onto Fireteam, who gets picked off. Qwerty going to put the chase onto Azariel. The Tassadar shield is there, but it's not enough. That's 3 kills now for Illusion Esports for 0 losses on their side. Can they get this Punisher before the keep drops? I don't... Well, maybe they can, actually. Looks like Unaverted going to kite him away from the keep. Good job there, and the structure is going to help take it down. Well played, defending the keep, getting 3 kills. This gives Illusion a nice chance to put the pressure back onto TMG Red. They're going up to the north side keep. Can they get it down?
Yeah. All right, so taking a look at the levels here, we've got level 18, level 18. Pretty even as far as that goes. A little bit of an edge there for Illusion. However, no big deal, not a big deal. They're going to hit level 20 probably first, but we never know.
Yeah, okay, that's some pretty good analysis there, Albert. Appreciate you just kind of keeping it cool for a minute.
Yeah, motherfucker, I'll keep it cool when I want. You don't tell me what to do, mother...
Okay. I won't tell you what to do, and next time I won't even say anything, all right? I won't even bring it up. Azariel and Fireteam going to clean out some minions in the middle lane. So it looks like they just cleared out the front wall there. So that's a vulnerable keep, but the keep is still alive. So the trouble for Illusion Esports is they have a keep that's very low on the other side. They had that advantage, that 5v3 on the map. They were not able to get a whole lot out of it, but the thing is, they were staring down the barrel of a game and a match loss right there. If they hadn't been able to get that team fight, if they lost that keep, things would have been in much worse position for them. So they at least took the pressure off for now. They got that mercenary camp over there. That's a nice grab. Shrine going to be spawning in the middle here. And it looks like TMG Red is going to go over to grab that bruiser camp on the opposite side of the map. I think they want to get this keep. Azariel going straight over there, putting a plasma thing down, and that keep's probably just going to get wrecked from that alone. And it is. Goodbye. First keep of the game going over to TMG Red. How will Illusion respond?
You know, I'm a big fan of this this big cow dude with all the, the guitar. He's pretty cool. I like the spikes. I like his attitude, you know. Looks like he'd be a good guy to run down to the pub with, have a pint, play some tunes, chat up some birds.
Red team
Yeah.
has destroyed a fort.
He'd be, yeah, you want to take a giant cow with metal spikes on his arms with an electric guitar, and he's going to help you chat up some birds? I guess that makes some kind of warp sense. Anyway, 21 skeleton men already picked up for TMG Red. They're well ahead in this race. Looks like it might come down to a team fight. ETC stage diving in. Phase shift is activated. Malthael has the Tormented Souls on. He's kind of just chasing around Rhaegar right now, putting some decent AoE damage into the backline. He's not able to secure any kills, though. So far, everyone is still alive. A lot of heroics have been used, however. The Aegis is still alive. Double power slide comes out of Kozer. Fireteam having to walk away. Qwerty going for the chase, not going to be able to land that kill as Fireteam takes a sip of healing mana. Shade getting low, Swanky getting low, Stasis finally comes down, and Diablo gets dropped along with Alarak. 2 kills already over to Illusion Esports. Time now taken away as well. Tassadar puts down the force wall to try to protect his teammate Azariel and Fireteam, the 2 supports, trying to get away from this, but ETC stage dives in. Medieval flanking, Defender flanking, Swanky trying to get in there and protect and peel for his team, but Fireteam gets stunned, gets face melted. Shield keeps him alive for the moment, but they finally get the kill onto Rhaegar. 3 members dead for TMG Red. Illusion Esports All 5 members are alive. They're going to get this top keep at least, which is pretty nice because they've got catapults pushing in against their core at the moment. Boss as well, or sorry, Punisher pushing in against that mid keep. So we'll see if Illusion Esports can get this core. Looks like they're trying, but Qwerty is going down pretty quickly here. They're just getting the shield. Apocalypse gets activated, lands onto 2 members. Qwerty getting very low here. All right, Shade is back alive. Core down to 68%. Qwerty unaverted. Defender, Kozer, Medieval, they want to get this game finished out if they can, but Ana gets dropped. 45% is the core. They're still focusing on it. 30%, 20%. Tassadar shields it. Defender goes down. Only Qwerty and Kozer are left alive. Qwerty dies. I don't think Kozer can finish this by himself. Core at 23%. Meanwhile, over on the other side, the Punisher is wailing on the core of Illusion Esports. Minions now gonna finish things off, and that is going to be it. 2-0 victory for TMG Red. A very exciting finish. We had a bit of a core race there, folks. Illusion Esports, they went for it. They tried to do it. It didn't work. It didn't work out. It almost worked out. But in the end, TMG Red takes down Illusion Esports, and they will move on to the semi-final round, where they will face off against the winner of Church of Bombitos and #1 in Innovation. Albert, give me your thoughts. Give us your thoughts on that match, buddy.
Yeah, it was an alright match, you know. I was kind of hoping that Illusion would take down TMG Red because, you know, you promised me that I could cast Game 3. You let me talk a little bit there, but I was looking for, you know, I was going to take over, mate. I was going to take over, show these motherfuckers what I'm made of. Show these bitches what I can do.
Albert, I apologize to everyone watching for the language of Albert. I tried to get him to rein it in. He was able to do it for a while, but he couldn't help himself. He got excited. Albert, I know. I know. It happens, buddy. Don't worry about it. So, everyone who watched this stream, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a really exciting match. Just to note, this is probably the last game I'm going to be casting for a while, as unfortunately, circumstances are going to be taking me away from computers for a while. So thank you so much to everyone who's watched and enjoyed my stream. It's been an absolute pleasure being a part of Nexus Gaming Series, being able to cast for you, and I hope to be back at some point, in which time I will see you then. So that's going to be it for the stream. But you know what? Before we go, let me see if I can line up an interview for you with a member of TMG Red. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back.
Oh, it's been a while since I used this. Oh yeah, no, I definitely get that. Happens to me quite a bit.
All right, everybody, we are back. I've got Fire Team here from the victorious TMG Red Fire Team. Congrats on the 2-0. How you feeling after that?
Pretty well. The first game was obviously quite a bit more what we'd like to see happen, and the second game was starting to become a little clown fiesta at the end. But I mean, overall, we came through, and I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, what's interesting to me is, I was taking a look at the match that you guys played against each other in the regular season, and it's the same two maps, but Sky Temple was the one that Illusion actually was able to beat you on last time. In Infernal Shrines, you guys won last time. The course of this time, you came ahead on both. Can you tell me why that is? Are these just maps that you tend to play a lot anyway, or is it just coincidence?
Oh, they picked Sky Temple because we ran the same exact pick ban phase because they picked Towers, and if Towers is banned, they pick Sky. So we're much better on Sky than we are Towers, and so we decided to go with the Sky, and it worked out. I think our macro is pretty strong in that map. Unlike I think our Towers macro is a little weak, so it's obviously something we're working on. But
okay, so you're gonna go up to the semifinals now. I believe I spoke to you before the season started, and you were talking to me about how, you had pretty high ambitions for this team. Can you talk to me a little bit more about how your season went and where you're looking to go in the future?
Yeah, well, we got third and we got second in the power rankings, so people put us about second to third best team in NGS, and I mean, that's probably about fair. We're still, we're pretty light scrimmers. Illusion, for example, I think scrims, about 15 hours a week or so. Well, we scrim around 6. So we're the team of busy people that likes to play competitively but can't really go that whole way, and so that's what kind of our motto is. But anyway, we're, as we said to you earlier, kind of shooting for that top 8 HGC Open. Still looking good. We're scrimming teams around the the 6-7 mark. We're doing pretty well against them. We're going even or better. That's if we're doing that, then that's where we want to be.
Yeah,
we're pretty on par with where we want to be.
Well, that sounds great. So tell me a little bit about your feelings going into the semifinals. So you're going to go up against either Church of Bombitos or number 1 in Innovation. I think they're probably playing right now. Any preferences about who you'd rather face, or just thoughts in general about that semifinal match?
Well, I think number 1 Innovation is becoming better and better as the weeks go on. They seem to get their synergy. Of course, being a dorm team, they probably haven't played with each other before, and this is their prep for dorms next season. So they're getting better. We tied against both of them, so not really caring honestly which one we play. It's gonna be a good match either way, honestly, because they're both very solid teams, and hope to do well against them.
All right. Well, I've got a little friend here who's been co-casting me. His name is Albert. He is a treasure troll, and he wanted to ask you a question. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Here he is.
Yeah, Fire Team, can you tell us about the Cassia pick? We saw one game she used that cool spear thing to just hook people in and kill those motherfuckers. How about in game 2 you went with the lightning? Tell us about that, would you?
It's the difference between the ults.
I guess that's what he's asking. I apologize for the language as well. He's a mouthy troll.
Well, just that first game. To be fair, if it wasn't for the Mothail, maybe the Valkyrie would have been good, because Time really likes his Valkyrie, but Mothail, if he was in the middle of our team, we lost, and he sure did us a number, and then with that one, that Mothail play was very solid. Stopped Ancestral almost every time, and was really good positioning. If we wanted a Valkyrie, most of the time we'd probably hit the Mothail, and ooh, that's not where we want to be.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got some insane picks with that in game number 1, just hooking Greymane into his doom a couple of times. I can see how you wouldn't want to try that with the Malthael. As we saw, with a couple times he was able to get in the middle of your team, there was a lot of wreckage going on there.
Honestly, the Lucio might have been a little better pick than the Rhaegar, but when you pick it early, you can't just first pick the Lucio. It's not really that good. So, if I had to pick the perfect hero, Rhaegar was not it. But when you pick nice general picks, sometimes they don't fit the bill for every single situation, and happened to be one of them.
On the other side of the bracket, it's going to be Team Cynics versus Edward Torres Sucks. Now, I don't think anyone is going to bet against Team Cynics in that match, but what would you say about that? You think anyone's going to take a game off of them, or what?
If anyone can do it, Edward Torres Sucks, just because like the thing about us in comparison to Cynics is Cynics. I think we're actually slightly mechanically better than Cynics, but they play a lot better in terms of macro and strategy. And I think individual skill we're again I think a little above, but they're just so strong as a team, man. It's that's what puts them so high, and that's what makes them so good, is because they have that that synergy. They have that 5-man, like they could deathball with any comp they wanted and play well with it. And so the thing is about Overtor sucks is that they're completely just perfect. They're really good players. You have Grandmasters on there, so I think with their individual skill they have a chance of taking it.
Very interesting. All right, any final thoughts on this match tonight, or anything about your team in general before we close things off?
No, not really. Thanks for casting, though. We really appreciate it. Thanks to NGS for being better than those other guys, as we say. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, well, it's my pleasure. Absolutely. Thank you very much for the interview. So with that, we will close off the stream. Everyone watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being fun in the chat. It's great fun for me to do this. And we'll see you next time. Tune into Smithel's stream. I think he might still be rolling with that other Division A matchup if it's not finished yet. So I'll be checking that out. Hope to see you there. And with that, I'll say goodbye. See you next time, whenever that might be. Good night.